Welcome once again. This is League of Legends, and it is Deman bringing you another LoL replay. And after watching last night's finals at the IPL 3, if you missed it, Dignitas versus EPIK Gaming, I thought, you know what? I've got some old replays tucked away of a scrim between Dignitas and EPIK Gaming that I've been meaning to do. So I thought, why not? And here it is. This is exactly the teams, apart from Voyboy. Obviously, Voyboy playing for Dignitas in this one. He was replaced by Cicero in the tournament. But other than that, this is the same EPIK Gaming tournament. So you can see that these guys had trained together. They'd practiced together before the tournament. And obviously, it's why they both put in such fantastic showings. So let's go through the teams. So for Dignitas, formerly known as Rock Solid, it is going to be Jatt on Udyr, Imaqtpie on Urgot, Scarra on Katarina, Locust on Kayle, and Voyboy on Renekton. Maybe this is going to give us an insight to why some of the bans happened as well last night, but if you missed it, go check those VODs out, guys. They'll probably come up on the IGN website whenever it is. IPL 3, Dignitas versus EPIK Gaming, 3 fantastic matches in the final, and I actually have 3 replays to do, so I'm going to bring these up for the next 3 days. So, it's going to be Nhat on Soraka, which is probably why we saw Soraka banned quite a lot, I reckon. Dinh on Nocturne, Dyrus on Shen, Crumbzz on Anivia, and Westrice on Vayne. So, that to me explains why some of the bans happened. I have not seen this video. I never watch my replays before I do them. Good job, Crumbzz, because him saying Crumbzz, poor Belter's old computer, complaining about the speed of them. So we are from the view of EPIK Gaming this time. This isn't from the view of Dignitas, so I've not got this replay of Scarra. I've actually got it off Dinh, I believe this replay is from. So we're going to get the jungler's eye view on what this match will be like. So it's going to be quite an interesting thing. Dinh, by all accounts, is the man that makes the calls, I believe, for EPIK Gaming of when they're going to attack. And by all accounts from the interview yesterday that Rivington did with Dignitas, Jatt makes the calls for Dignitas, and they have been some fantastic calls in the past. So let's see if they actually mimic themselves in this. Obviously, we saw Dignitas TSM scrims. This is a scrim. Don't get any thoughts on there being any tournament play or anything. This is purely practicing. So they were practicing builds, practicing characters, practicing how things could work out for them. And judging by, Dignitas have changed a bit. Imaqtpie Urgot wasn't played, I don't think, by him. I don't think Udyr got played much by Jatt either. He was playing Trundle pretty much in the jungle most of the time. Katarina was banned a few times. Scarra does play a pretty good Katarina. Voyboy, we know, plays an awesome Renekton. Everybody knows that. And of course, Locust. And seriously, guys, watch them VODs. They were brilliant games. And check out Locust's ultis with Sona, should I say. He was absolutely nailing it. He was catching 3 or 4 people every single time. Well worth the watch, because they were really even matches as well. So I'm hoping these replays are going to be good. Let's hope I'm not disappointed. So Dinh starts in the blue. You can see the clairvoyance going down. We can see the lane starting to come out. So it's going to be Scarra versus Crumbzz in mid there. And Dyrus and Voyboy already having a bash at each other. Level 1 fight there in the bushes. And I've really no idea who came out the best, actually. Looks like Dyrus did. Only just, though. 277 to 298 health. Dyrus getting a little bit of his passive heal up there, along with Voyboy, as well as the pot there. Look at that. Trying to push him completely out of the experience range there. Voyboy trying to bully him out of lane at early lane phase here. Voyboy using that awesome skin as well on Renekton. Down the bottom here. So I'm going to follow Nocturne. I can see Nocturne possibly going for Scarra here. You see he's heading up the back side of Scarra. Let's see if he's going to go for him. Looks like he will come round. You can see the creep wave coming around. Scarra's just going to flash to him straight away. The fear proc, no it won't. He had to back away. The minions really beating on him there. And Crumbzz really hadn't followed it up either. So he was kind of on his own. Imaqtpie. And it's looking like, Kayle is in the bushes. So Locust on Kayle. Nhat just using clairvoyance, tracking down Jatt's jungling presence. So they know his route at the moment, which is why Nhat's going to go put the ward down to keep an eye on Udyr in case he comes out. Locust as Kayle on the support. I actually quite like that pick. it can build up quite a lot of decent damage. Get that slow, of course. Obviously, got the invulnerability ulti later on. And he's got quite a bit of decent AE hits with that. So I'm not sure. We haven't seen it used too often at the moment. And the ping has gone down on him now. I'm not too sure whether they're saying we need to deal with him here. Level 1, it actually really can hurt. Of course, obviously going to be the support item, so not going to be the normal AD or AP carry that you can play on Kayle. Actually works both ways. I've been there, done that, tried it, and it's awesome. And I've seen a few people, top players, doing it as well, which is... in fact, just recently, I think it was like a month ago, that there was a lot of guides suddenly came out for various AD and AP Kayle. So I think Reginald was playing Kayle, wasn't he, for a little while? Which is pretty wide. Dyrus and Voyboy continue to beat on each other at the top there. 324 hit points to 337, still very even between those two. Remember, this is the replay mode, which is why the hit points don't always show. We can see Crumbzz is pretty low in the mid there. Scarra almost on full health. Followed down Dinh. Looking like it's going down towards the bottom there. Exhaust used it on Imaqtpie there. Didn't see who used it. They obviously dived on towards Westrice there. And down Dinh now in position, but the way they've backed away tells me that they know something's up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they know there's somebody in or around here. So there's Udyr going in towards the middle though. Crumbzz is going to miss the stun. He's going to get caught on the tower. Will get egged, I believe. Jatt taking a massive amount of damage. Will go down. First blood. Scarra's also very low. Crumbzz will come back up in a moment. Scarra's going to be surely the target. Will the stun catch on him? Oh, that was so close to just catching on him. Instead, gets away with it, and it's always the classic diving at Rebirth, and that's going to miss the bottom kill down the bottom one as well. Imaqtpie will get down on Westrice. Kayle did go down. That's very low. Surely Imaqtpie will finish him off. Yes, he will. It's going to take a tower hit in the process. Nocturne had backed away, and now Dinh's going to come down here and think, what did I miss? How did I miss it all? What just happened there down to my bottom lane? So Dinh comes down. Imaqtpie is pretty low, doesn't have a great deal of mana, so Dinh will be able to have a good poke at him. He's just going to use his stun ability. In fact, completely missing his Q as well. Going to come around, will get the fear down on him. He's got a massive wave of minions, so he's going to have to back out of that one. Imaqtpie might be able to do the damage. Didn't quite have the poison down on him, so he couldn't manage to get the auto lock on him there. Dinh being harassed by that massive creep wave. So Crumbzz with the blue buff is going to port back now. I think he picked he's got the double buff. I think he picked that up off Jatt when he got the kill. So that has worked out very well. Remember, it resets the timers when you manage to get it off someone. So back at the top here, Dyrus and Voyboy. Seeing a lot of hit blips. That's just the wolves hitting on Dinh. It's one of those things that obviously shows you are being hit when you're not looking at the screen. It's something actually I wouldn't mind appearing on the little character profiles that we get, certainly when we're using the proper spec mode, just to signify this guy is being hit, really. Might help the spectator mode a little bit more, but really should be looking at the minimap. Just making excuses for missing things on the minimap. So, down the bottom, Westrice has returned to lane, gone double Dorans and those basic boots. As Kayle pops out the bush, Tear and long sword for Imaqtpie. Locust has completed the Philo Stone as well as Nhat. So towards mid, you can see Tear and Ruby Crystal now picked up by Crumbzz. Scarra in the meantime has gone Sorcerer's Boots. Looking at the top, they're having a bit of a poke back and forward. Dyrus is going to have to go back to tower here, down to 616, just couldn't quite get a glimpse on. That's going to be down the bottom, 741. That's going to be a double kill. Will he get Locust? Surely he will do. And that is going to be Locust going down as well. So double kill for Westrice, not too bad. Just losing Nhat there. Dyrus actually ulting down, kind of a bit of a waste. I'm not sure if he was really needed to do that ulti, but he's going to port straight back and go about his merry way. So Westrice picking up a double kill there. Missing that one, sorry. I was focusing on the top bruisers. So Voyboy beating on that tower. He's got it down to half hit points already. You can see he's done a lot of damage. Only level 7, and that's already down to 888 hit points. So nice work from Voyboy at the moment. You know, I would say he was missed in Atlanta, but really I don't think he was. Dinh using his ulti, but not going for Voyboy there. Instead, I think he may be covering off the mid there, and it will be Crumbzz going down, sorry. I think he was trying to use it as a defensive mechanism, but really didn't work, trying to block their view. And this time Jatt and Scarra are successful in getting the kill. They're going to push on towards the tower as well. Dandy's going to have to get round and defend it. That's possibly going to be a dragon push, I think, from Dignitas. Yes, it will be. 8.5 minutes. That's around about the right time. Imaqtpie getting pinned just by that wall there. Continuing to get Westrice going on to him. Uses the ulti. Westrice is surely going to get Imaqtpie down here. Westrice is going to take a lot of damage in the process. The tower will get the kill on him. And Nhat managing to actually pick up the kill on Urgot. Surely Scarra's going to come around and just rip him apart. That's going to be Nhat going down. And that is going to surely set up for Dragon now. It will do. Jatt's actually already on Dragon. He's pulled it. Din's going to come around to him. Scarra's going to come back in though. In the meantime, he's going to try and get the steal. Hasn't really got it low enough though. Will try and get the kill on towards Jatt. Yes, he will do. And then he's just going to try and back out there. Crumbzz coming back down. Will manage to get his ulti down and the stun, but Scarra's going to get out of that one. Dinh, meantime, is being pursued. Scarra's going to just try and use that wall to flick around and popping around the trees, and that's actually interrupted the dragon. So nicely played there by EPIK Gaming. So they were well aware of that 8.5 minute attempt. As soon as Crumbzz had died, they knew they were going to go for that dragon. So 6-6 in kills, very open this game so far. Scarra's going to get a good burst on him. They're going to get the stun down as well. Can Crumbzz get a finish off? No, he won't. Does manage to get the wall down though. Scarra taking a lot of damage there, but that's going to be a lot of mana used up as well by Crumbzz there. Yeah, around about half the mana already used. Hasn't got blue buff, so is to be cautious with that. It's the problem with Anivia. He really does burn through the mana. Westrice getting locked on there. Has got himself a BF sword now. And a ping on the dragon there. Dinh. Crumbzz going for it, hoping that Westrice can force them back. Doesn't really have the wave pushed enough to be able to just trot past and help, because it's going to be very obvious. Oh no, Dyrus is disconnected on tower. That's surely going to leave it open for Voyboy. Will Voyboy take the tower? Oh, well, that's dirty Voyboy. Putting the auto hit on Dyrus, making him just run back rather than port back. And Dyrus, Voyboy will probably get the tower. Meanwhile, down the bottom there's a big fight going on. Imaqtpie taking very low. Westrice using his ulti. Will he manage to get on towards Imaqtpie? Ulti going across. That's going to actually keep him survive. Oh, beautiful lock on. And that's going to be Westrice going down. Very well played by Imaqtpie there. And wow. Now they got away with that one. Imaqtpie on absolutely nothing. Really well played between the two. Jatt taking very low there. Dinh putting the Q across, but managed to just back away there. Managed to hit everyone, but didn't get the steal on. Yes, he did get the steal on blue. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That's a previous blue that he's already got on him there. So didn't manage to get the steal. Nhat returns back to bottom lane. I can only assume Dragon was picked up there. Hawaiian internet. That's what they're blaming. Obviously, good old Dyrus. So Scarra has got himself that revolver now. Crumbzz obviously doesn't have blue at all available now. Has had to go Catalyst. Voyboy in that tower. Remember, Voyboy did take down that top tower in the process. Crumbzz is just saying, he's taking these wraiths, guys. He's here. No, he's not. No, maybe he's gone for red. Where did Voyboy go? Did he invade? Or is he just trying to set up a gank? We don't know. We've got no vision on him. He's returned to top. Scarra going down bottom there. Actually, no, he's not. He's stopped, I think, in that bush, or he's coming back towards Crumbzz in mid. Meanwhile, at the top, Renekton is on Voyboy. Renekton's on Voyboy. Voyboy is Renekton. And he's going to surely take down Dinh here. Will he get the fear proc off the ult? He's going to finish him off. And wow, that lifesteal of Voyboy just about hanging him in there. And he will survive. Meanwhile, Crumbzz is not going to get a hit on Jatt. Can't really see how low they are. Westrice back down the bottom. Let's have a look towards Urgot. Urgot got Brutalizer and the Ionian Boots of Lucidity. Lucky Cage pick on Locust. Remember, Westrice getting a great lock on him there from Imaqtpie. Imaqtpie starting to cause problems for Westrice here. Although Westrice has got the more damage at the moment in terms of 8-6 in the kills. Westrice has picked up 2 of those and 2 assists, but has been targeted 3 times, so unfortunately he's not doing so well. In fact, both this bottom lane have got 4 kills apiece with the assists, but have died 6 times. So all 6 of the kills so far. 6 of them are going to go for Imaqtpie here. Oh, they were not expecting Jatt to come out there, and that is going to be the ulti on Westrice. Westrice will not get out of this one. Nhat also being taken down very low. Shen trying to ulti onto him. It's not going to be enough. And that was a 4-man gank down the bottom there. They were not ready for that one, and Dignitas now going to surely take this bottom turret. We have got Dyrus back now. Dyrus has reconnected, so it's been a 4v5 for a short period, and it's really a critical period. It's just that point where you switch between mid lane, and well, Dyrus has missed out on a chunk of experience. He's only, was he level 8 as far as I'm seeing, and Voyboy level 10, so yeah, you can see he's missed out on those 2 levels. Obviously lost that top tower, could have been there for that dragon fight as well, so it's kind of been a bit of harshness, but really it's not the fault of Dignitas. They can only fight what's in front of them as well. It is a Scrimm, so let's not read too much into it. Dinh taking down the wolves. Meanwhile, Westrice continues to farm. Has got himself his Berserker Greaves now. And Heart of Gold now completed by Nhat. So his GP5 items start to stack up. Crumbzz has got to be careful. There's quite a few missing here. Scarra could do a fair chunk of burst on him. He has got rebirth. He's going to try and put a blast down on towards Scarra. Dyrus at the top. Has Dinh with him. Is Renekton continuing to push? Remember, Dinh almost soloed him. So the two of them could easily take him down. I don't think he's going to hang around and test that theory. Instead, Voyboy is going to come around the backside of Crumbzz there. Will dodge the stun, dashed it nicely. He's going to take a tower dive as well towards Dinh. Crumbzz is going to get taken down into egg form. Scarra trying to ulti up, but that's going to surely go down. Yes, he will do. Very crazy dive there. Now Voyboy diving. What are you thinking? He's surely going to get taken down. His ulti invulnerability is going to try to keep him in there. Will the stun be able to come out? Oh no! Crumbzz walling off his entire team. Now Dinh going to dive in, get caught by Jatt. Voyboy taking him down as well. Voyboy will go down in the process there. But Westrice comes around the side there. Does he have knockback? No, he doesn't. Can't do quite enough damage on Jatt there. Jatt's surely going to dodge straight out. Nice. He's still getting a lot of damage down on him. Bursting. Westrice will finish him off. Does manage to get that silver arrow on him. Commentated going to ulti Westrice on towards the tower. Doesn't matter. He's going to get exhausted down. Westrice will finish him off. And a nice ace there. Wow. Some pretty crazy play from both sides there. You've got to question Dignitas' dive originally. Scarra diving in, getting his ulti while taking all the tower hits. The rest of the team coming around to him. And while on the tower as well, I think he was expecting Renekton to, Voyboy to dive a mid a little bit more. Yeah, I think, yeah, there you go. Katarina say, Voy's an idiot. I think he was expecting Voyboy to ulti and take the tower hit so Scarra could go in and do his burst damage. Instead, it just did not work out for them. 11-11 in terms of kills. Pretty crazy gameplay. 15 minutes into this, seeing 22 kills already. It's a nice action-packed replay. I've got to be happy with this one. So let's have a look towards the top. 16 minutes gone. That dragon will be due soon. I didn't actually catch the time of it. I'm useless at catching the time of that. Westrice is going to be a little bit careful here. He's going to have Scarra and Locust around the backside of him. Wood going down as they pull the blue buff out. They do want to take it, and for Westrice, he's going to come around, manages to pin Scarra as well, doing a fair chunk of damage to him before he manages to get that ulti off. Westrice will manage to gamble away. Will the Imaqtpie turn around and ulti him this time? No, he won't, because he's been feared by Dinh. Dinh laying down the damage, going to turn his target on towards Locust, hoping the ulti is not going to get used. Imaqtpie now going to be surely the target. Will manage to get caught by Dinh, and Crumbzz is going to come around. Can he get the wall? No, he will not. Didn't go for the wall. Could have blocked off Jatt's approach there. Instead, Jatt's going to get taken down quite easily. Dinh taking the tower hits. Voyboy coming back around the side. Has got Crumbzz pinned off. Westrice now going to go in. It's a 4v1. What are you thinking? Scarra's going to pop in. Going to get that ulti spinning. No, he won't, because he got stunned straight away. Wow, exploded. Voyboy goes down. That's another ace for EPIK Gaming. And that is a full-on 5 for nothing. And now that's going to be a nice, easy dragon. Will they push on the tower as well? I think they could do both, to be honest. Crumbzz is just going to keep poking on that tower. They're going to easily take this dragon down. And now it is 16-11 to EPIK Gaming. So, wow, if I'd have done these VODs before, I'd have realised just how close a game EPIK Gaming Dignitas would have been when I watched it last night. Staying up till 2:30 AM to watch esports. It kind of like sunk in what it means to me to do these games and enjoy watching them, when most sports I wouldn't even dream of staying up that late. No, I've got to get up at 7 in the morning for work. So I think I'm high on life at the moment. I should really be very tired. I think it's probably going to hit me tomorrow. I'll probably be doing tomorrow's VOD. I'll be like, but at the moment I am loving these games. They have been very entertaining. And Scarra returns the mid. Westrice doing a fantastic job on Vayne, and it certainly explains some of the picks last night. So 7-4-5 for Vayne at the moment, 3-4-2 for Soraka of all people. getting a near positive kill-death ratio on Soraka. It's not the ideal person to be getting it, but if someone going to miss out. So 4-1-5 for Crumbzz as well. Meanwhile, on the opposition side, you can see Katarina still not managed to get that Hextech Gunblade built up 18 minutes into this. 16-11. Remember Dyrus as well. Let's not forget, they are 16-11 up. Dyrus was missing for a good 2 levels at the top there. And that's going to be a free tower in mid there, taken by EPIK Gaming. Dyrus has got himself pretty tanky built up, so he's going to take this wave and tank it quite happily. Westrice trying to get in position. Can see Voyboy coming down river there. I think they've probably got wards around here, Dignitas, so I'm guessing they can see their positions, which is why they're backing up. Remember, EPIK Gaming's tower is still up, and it's pretty high, yeah, 2,000 hit points, so it's still near full. Imaqtpie being targeted by Crumbzz. So whether they're thinking maybe we should go there. You can see Voyboy coming back up top to have a little poke on Dyrus. Does manage to dash in, have a little spin on him, gets a stun. Tries to force Dyrus out of the lane a little bit. So look back towards mid there. Crumbzz has got the blue buff, so he should be able to take these creep waves down without too many issues yet. He pops his ulti down there and just burns down that creep wave before he even gets close. Are going to go for the tower though, so they're diving in for it. Vayne is not actually nearby. They do manage to catch Jatt there with the wall. Didn't really isolate him enough. They didn't have the damage nearby. Westrice is a big chunk of that damage. Bloodthirster. Oh, they've dived up towards Dinh there, and ulti from Shen as well. On towards Jatt there. They have managed to stun him down. Nice pin there. Very nicely played. Great wall. The invulnerability is going to be used, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough to finish it off, and it will do. Dyrus managing to dive in on Imaqtpie there. Will he turn around and pop the ulti? Imaqtpie, I think he tried to, you know. It looked like he tried to just walk forward. You can see Voyboy coming around the side there. They're going to try and pin him again. They do manage to pin him. Westrice is on a mission right now. And Voyboy surely going to get taken down by Westrice. Instead has the dash out of their scarra, getting his ulti off in between there. Does manage to take Dyrus down. Dyrus gets the Dinh, sorry, actually Dyrus got the kill. Dinh trying to finish him off there. Anivia meantime gets the kill. Voyboy still surviving. Westrice does go down. Pretty crazy exchange once again. 19-13. These guys are playing a fairly epic encounter. It's 2-2 in terms of kills there, and they're going to get a little poke on towards the tower here. Dinh's the one that wants to be hitting it. He's going to be the man that's going to put the damage out on towards the tower, obviously with Vayne dead. Jatt is back up. They're going to have to back off. What? Nhat, what are you doing, Nhat? He's got to disconnect it. Oh, wow. He disconnected. Died on the tower and with an oracle. Yeah, that's not good. Well, it can't be helped. It can't be helped. Yeah, and they're just saying let's just do another one. We've had a few disconnects. It's a pretty crazy Crumbzz, it has to be said. But another disconnect. Another disconnect. Not this time. So 21-33, 19-14. Despite 2 disconnects, EPIK Gaming are still leading. It's not great when you lose an oracle on your support. Although saying that support is 3-5-13. So it's got probably a lot of gold. Yeah, you can see the Kindle gem on there. The Shurela's Reverie nearly complete. Westrice now with a Phantom Dancer. Ooh, coming around the side. He nearly went forward to get a poke there, and then 4 of them just came all out of every direction. Possible Baron attempt here from Dignitas. EPIK Gaming have no vision on it. You can see the ward has just been placed there. Although Urgot is down south, so probably not. Is he back? Yeah, they're answering. No, he's not. They don't really want to push what it's unfair. They are going to close in on Voyboy though. Westrice comes up there, manages to get the ulti, pins him actually into the brush there, so Dyrus couldn't get the taunt. Tyrus does get the taunt down now. The ulti goes off, and wow, the damage from Westrice is incredible, just ripping him apart there, and Voyboy going down. And dragged me into channel. Oh, they're talking about the comms there. So Nhat has returned. With comms issues. 23 minutes gone. 20-14. Imaqtpie getting the ulti on towards Crumbzz there. Crumbzz is going to catch Scarra, sorry. trying to get the ulti off there. Nice fear from Dinh immediately going straight for scarra. Imaqtpie is going to follow. The ulti from Locust is not going to be able to survive, and that is going to be all three taken down. Complete obliteration. Meanwhile, Westrice continues to push, and Nhat getting yet another kill there. So Nhat now with 4 kills. And they are going to go for Baron. So Westrice comes back. You have pushed the lane. They have managed to get the kills, and it's going to be a 5-man easy Baron. And Urgot's just, Udyr's just going to say, fine, I'll take a dragon and take Malik's, as it were. So EPIK Gaming picking up the Baron and clearing out the waves. You can see Westrice actually going for dragon there. He knows that Jatt's down here. He might be able to come in and get a steal. Instead, he's going to knock him down. Will Turn surely get a steal? No, he doesn't. The spike from Jatt there, but that's Jatt's going to pay for that with his life. And was it worth it? That's the question. 1,000 gold for your team compared to a 400 to a fed Westrice. I'm not so sure, especially at this stage, 24 minutes into the game, 1,000 gold across the team, probably not that important, but Westrice is, they're going to wipe this wave out quite easily now. They have got Crumbzz coming back. Crumbzz, I think, he's just been hooked up blue. Yes, he has. So EPIK Gaming going to push on towards this tower. At the moment, this game is very much in the hands of EPIK Gaming. There's full control. Westrice is absolutely a beast at the moment on Vayne. And wow, he just turns around. Amazed he didn't actually get ulted by Imaqtpie there. Could have pulled him straight into the wall there. I'm not too sure it's probably someone they wanted. It would have definitely forced the fight on the turret. And they are all going to recall. Actually, no, they've all cancelled it. Clairvoyance goes down. They can see the teams there have managed to catch on towards Dinh. He's going to try and trigger it, but I don't think that blocks those Imaqtpie's shots there coming through. Now they're going to turn around. What are they doing? It's going to be a 5v5. Wow, Imaqtpie getting destroyed there. That ulti is not going to save him. Does try to get the ulti off, and he does finally go down. They do try and get quite a bit of damage. They're going to turn on towards Voyboy there, and that is going to be Nocturne going down. Locust taken very low as well. Westrice absolutely ripping Voyboy apart here. He's going to try and roll away, but it's not going to happen. He's going to gamble straight into damage. And now they're going to turn on towards Jatt. Jatt going to try and get away from this one. Not too sure. Yes, he has got the taunt there, Dyrus. He does have to flash away, and I think he's going to escape that wall, acting as a block for his own team. Not too bad. A 2-for-1 exchange against a Baron team in the middle of a jungle is not all that bad. But that's going to be EPIK Gaming taking the tower. They have a massive wave on the bottom as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see them take this inhibitor and then rotate down to this bottom turret. Back out and go bottom. Yes, they will. I think they're going to come straight down here. It would make perfect sense. Or they just pick up blue on the way out. No, they're just going to back out. They could have gone for that tower, but I don't think they wanted to get too greedy. No, they're going to back out, and that's going to be defended. So Westrice is still there. Actually, just popped his ulti there. I think he was going to try and get onto a scarra. So Westrice using his ulti to back out. Was his ulti? What did he just do? I'm sure that was his ulti used. I can't see any cooldowns, unfortunately, on this. It was. It was absolutely was. He had the crossbow and everything. Yes, it definitely was his ulti used. So I think he was thinking maybe he could get a pop on towards scarra. So down in, he's going to try and take this blue and give it across to Crumbzz, I guess. Crumbzz is coming around for it. There we go. And that is the blue buff stolen. So controlling the resources, I believe Rivington would say there. Dyrus in the meantime pushes along the bottom. Oh, let's have a look towards the mid. It's going to be scarra the target. The fear proc will go off, and that's going to get caught. Oh, and he just got blew the hell up there. 420 AP. In fact, I've not shown you the tabs at all in this, I don't think. So apologies for that, but we've pretty much got the drift of what people have been building. Massive, massive damage on Vayne. 12, 5, 6 now, Vayne. And 4, 5, 16 for Nhat. Nhat getting those kills. And Dyrus, 1-1-19 is a machine. Oh, Jatt's been caught out there. Fear proc will not quite go off. Dinh getting the Dyrus ulti on him there. Didn't quite have to use it though. I think he thought he was going to go balls out. Instead, he didn't dive in on the turret. Not look at this. Meanwhile, they keep poking back and forward, but Westrice is just poking away at that tower, and he's going to finish it off. Now he comes diving round. He just managed to get the poke straight towards Voyboy there. Jatt getting the hit on him. Jatt taking down very low. Locust taking down very low. Wow, they just all exploded at once. Crumbzz getting a triple kill in there. Westrice getting a kill. And that was mass explosion. Scarra comes back and goes, where's my team gone? I'm just going to ulti. What the hell? Explode. And that's Dyrus getting the ace, and that will be GG. And well played to EPIK Gaming. If I'd have watched this last night, I'd known exactly what to expect. Dignitas getting taken for a ride by a double disconnect. EPIK Gaming. Well played.